Is Ukraine walking into a diplomatic trap? Former Ukrainian President Petro Poroshenko has issued a stark warning, and his message is simple: never trust Vladimir Putin. Speaking during high-level discussions surrounding potential peace negotiations, Poroshenko cautioned that Russia's president, a former KGB officer, is a master strategist who uses talks not to compromise but to gain leverage. His advice? Only negotiate from a position of undeniable strength. Poroshenko knows this from experience. Back in 2014 and 2015, Ukraine signed the Minsk agreements, brokered alongside European leaders. The goal was to freeze the conflict in eastern Ukraine and prevent further escalation. But, according to Poroshenko, those agreements failed because Russia never truly intended to honor them. Instead, he argues, Moscow used the pause to regroup, strengthen its position, and prepare for future aggression. Now, as new U.S.-brokered diplomatic efforts attempt to find a pathway toward ending the war, Poroshenko fears history could repeat itself. His warning appears directed not only at Moscow, but also at Ukraine's current leadership. President Volodymyr Zelenskyy faces immense pressure. The war has stretched on for years. Western allies are balancing military aid, political fatigue, and economic strain. At the same time, Russia continues to test Ukraine's resilience on the battlefield. The key question is this: is negotiation a path to peace or a strategic advantage for the Kremlin? Poroshenko argues that entering talks without maximum military, economic, and diplomatic leverage risks emboldening Russia. In his view, peace must be secured from strength, not urgency. Meanwhile, global leaders are divided. Some believe diplomacy must start sooner rather than later to prevent further destruction. Others warn that premature talks could lock Ukraine into unfavorable terms. Behind the scenes, the geopolitical stakes are enormous. The outcome of these negotiations won't just shape Ukraine's future, it could redefine European security, NATO unity, and the balance of power between Russia and the West. For Ukraine, the dilemma is existential. Fight longer and risk exhaustion, or negotiate and risk concession? Poroshenko's message is clear: strength first, talks later. Whether that advice will guide the next phase of diplomacy remains to be seen, but one thing is certain: the world is watching, and the decisions made now could shape Europe for decades to come.